Hello everybody, our latest YouTube video. As promised, was going to be an unboxing of John and Yoko's wedding album. The thing is, I've just done it all on my phone and then it's wiped it all, so I've already unboxed it. But I'm going to still show it you anyway. You can compare it with the ones that we showed you the other day. And like I say, I'm very, very sorry because, like I said, I did it on my phone because this bloody thing keeps playing up. And then before so that is the hype sticker, which was on the box, which basically says John and Yoko wedding album 50th anniversary reissue edition of John and Yoko's third experimental collaboration, originally released in 1969, remastered from the original tapes with precise, faithful replica of the original box and souvenirs of their 20th of the 3rd, so that means the 20th of March, 1969 wedding and bed-in honeymoon. Includes photos, drawings and more. Limited edition reissue on white vinyl. When I said I'd ordered this, I told you that I didn't know if it was on white vinyl or black vinyl, did I? So you're probably saying, well, why have you got this, Dave? Because you've already got 3. Yes, I've got 3. I've got 2 Japanese pressings, and I've got the same one as this, which is still up there, which is sealed, which is always going to be sealed. I was never ever going to open it. So, like I say, I'm sorry that you didn't see me unboxing this, but you're still going to see everything anyway. So, this is the album, which is very, very faithful to the original 1969 album, the wedding album, John and Yoko, and it's on Chimera Music, Chimera, and then it's Secretly Canada, CS291. That's anything that's on the box there. And then you've got the logos there. These are the same people who have reissued Two Virgins and Life with the Lines, which we've also looked at, which was the whole idea of getting this, so I could show you people out there, if you're buying a reissue, what you're actually getting, because the originals of these are a hell of a lot of money, which we'll go into in a bit. But like I say, the box so far, everything is virtually identical to the original that I've got. I haven't got an original UK copy, although my Japanese pressings do have the Sapcore 11 pressed into the dead wax, so they are like the original mixes. I do know that. It's a very, very tight fitting box. So first of all, you get a copy or photocopy of John and Yoko's marriage on the 20th of March 1969. John Winston Lennon, previous marriage dissolved. Occupation or rank, musician composer, it says on here. Residence, he lived at Kenwood, Cavendish Drive, Weybridge, Surrey at the time. Father's name, Alfred Lennon, seaman, retired. And he was 28 and Yoko was 36, apparently. She's previous marriages dissolved. She's classed as an artist. Don't know what sort of artist. Well, she was an artist, wasn't she? Yeah. Her address is 25 Hanover Gate Mansions, London, W1. I can't pronounce the dad's name. It's Eisuke Ono. Bank, retired. So that is very, very, very faithful to the original, what was in the other box sets, wasn't it? So far, so good. Yeah. Then you get this, which that folds out to be a giant poster. Now, when I got my first ever one of these, I actually thought this was a book. I didn't bother opening it up. Just bear with 1 sec. I will have to apologise because I'm still getting stupid bloody notifications on this laptop, which was why I tried to do it on my phone, and it did it all. And then I went to like put onto here, and it hadn't done it. But yeah, it recorded it. So this all folds out a bit like the White Album poster, but I think this is actually bigger than the White Album poster. I'll try and do these the best I can. I'm just going and go up like that, yeah. So this is front side, I think. Get me saw on that. It is two-sided. It's a bit hard to do when you sat down, isn't it? So from what I can make out so far, that is identical to the ones in the Japanese one. Like I say, I can't compare it with the other one that's the same as this because that obviously is still sealed. And I know that that one is a white vinyl as well. So the quality and everything is really, really good on that. Then you get another little booklet thing, which is cartoons. I don't actually say anything on this. It just opens out, which again was in the original. And I presume that these cartoons were originally drawn by John when they was doing the bedding for peace and things like that. Nice to have. Again, nice thick quality paper, or is it poster? I don't know. It's like thick paper, isn't it? Very, very glossy. Something nice to have, something a little bit different. Then you get this, the press book, which again, you know, these go for quite a bit on their own. I'll try and do this the best that I can, but obviously because I'm sat down, it might be a bit weird. Let's do that. There you go. Excuse me. So that is very faithful to the ones that I've got in my Japanese one. Very, very nice construction of that. Again, it's just photos and bits out of papers and things like that. Something nice to have though. And again, I've seen them go on eBay. They make out the originals from the original American pressings and the original UK pressings, but to be honest, they look very, very dog-eared compared to that. You know, if I was going to pay £50 or £60, I'd want something that at least I can read and is intact. Sorry if I sound like I'm moaning, I'm not. That's better. Then you get the all-important Bagism bag. Now, I've never, ever seen one of these. In 40 years of collecting, I've never, ever seen a Bagism bag. Never. The Japanese ones don't have it in. The sealed one up there, I don't know. I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to unseal it just to like have a look. So that is what the Bagism bag looks like, which I thought was actually like a carrier bag. I didn't realise it was just a little thing like that. So what do we get in here? We get the passport photos, and then you get a hairpiece postcard. Now, the only thing I will say about these is these have a very, very matte finish to them, where the ones in the Japanese box set have more of a gloss. Especially them, they have more of a gloss. They look more like, you know, you'd go into the photo booth and they come out in the Japanese ones. That just looks like that's been printed on card, which it hasn't. So you get that. So you could actually send that to somebody as a postcard. Although why you'd want to, I don't know. And then you get a photo of a piece of wedding cake. And that is what the bag looks like without anything in. Like I say, you know, I've never ever seen one of these. So I presume that if you've got one of the original American ones or one of the original UK ones, that is what the Bagism bag looked like. But if you've got copies and you know different, please drop me a line. Like I say, I've never seen one. Every copy I've ever had doesn't have this in with it. Then we get the album itself. Oh. So this is the actual wedding album. We'll just get it out of the packaging. It's a nice photo, isn't it? Again, it is a gatefold. And the only thing I will say about that is, yes, it is nice and shiny on the front, but on the inside, I'm sure that the latest one I got of them Japanese ones, it was slightly shiny on the inside, but that is very, very matte and dull, isn't it? Not that it really matters, does it? Again, people will sell these on the internet on their own, and you were paying best part £100 just for that. And then this is the all-important vinyl. This is nice. This is actually nice. White vinyl. I wouldn't say it's virgin white. Bear with 1 second, folks. I really am going to have to sort out a new laptop because this one's getting on my nerves. So it's got a little bit of... And again, it's on Orange record label, not Apple Records, Orange. So that's side 1. And then that is side 2. Now on the dead wax, it doesn't say Sapcore or anything like that, like the Japanese ones do. It says, let's do it for side 1 first. It says SC291LD stroke CHIM 28A. That's for side 1. And then there is some other little things in there, but I can't really read it, to be honest, and that's with my glasses on. Side 2, it is CS291LP stroke CHIM 28B. Now, it is white. It is a nice white vinyl. It probably looks like it's thick white vinyl there, but there's a black mark and a black mark. Black mark there, black mark there, and some black marks there. If you actually hold it up to the light, which you won't see, it is actually quite like a marble effect, like a white marble. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that or not. In that one there, I don't know if you can see that, it's actually quite bad. But yeah, it looks really, really nice. So I'm not reading it, I'm just getting rid of messages that keep coming up on this laptop. I'm very, very sorry, folks. Really, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's the all-important white vinyl LP. Nice, isn't it? That's the sleeve that came in, which is better than the ordinary just having a paper sleeve, isn't it? At least it. And that is the gatefold album. And then that is the rest of the box. So there's nothing on the back of that box at all, is there? It is very, very well constructed. I will admit it is very, very nicely constructed. So far, what I've seen, I would say, is on par with the Japanese versions I've got. I can't actually say if it's on par with the British ones because, like I say, I haven't actually got an original British one. But what I've seen so far, I'm very, very happy with. I mean, that's nice, isn't it? That Bagism bag, which, like I say, I've never seen. So you've got everything in here that you get in the Japanese versions, and which I presume you would have got in the UK versions. Now, I'm still after a UK copy of this. I really am. I must admit, I am after a UK copy, but to be honest, they go for really, really silly money. Oh, hello, Em. Hi, Dave. Don't be sorry, gatefold and white vinyl. I'm not. I do think the original UK ones were gatefold anyway, and it is nice to have it on white vinyl. I was saying, yeah, yes, I do want to get, eventually I will get one of these, a UK copy, but if you go on eBay and Discogs, they'll go for stupid money. SAP Core 11. And 9 times out of 10, they won't be complete where you've got everything in here. Yes, I know it is a reissue, but at least you've got everything. Now, the whole idea of this video and the one about the Laugh with the Lions, which was a couple of days ago, is to show you what you can get in a reissue. All right, so in the case of this, I paid £35. That was with the postage, £35 for this. And you've got everything in with it, and you've got the posters, you've got the booklets, you've got the photos, you've got the Bagism bag, you've got the gatefold sleeve, you've got the box itself, and then you've got the vinyl. Right. So I'm very, very happy, and I've got no problem at all, you know, recommending if you can find this for a similar sort of price and you haven't got it, to buy it. Now, having said that, at least if you do buy this, and you've only paid £35 or £50 for it, at least you know what you're getting, don't you? So you'll know what to look out for if you ever see an original UK copy or original American copy. You know exactly what's supposed to be in it for a start. But just remember, it is an experimental album. So as elaborate as that is, there's still no proper music on it. You know, it is basically them just messing about and talking and Yoko squealing or whatever it was. Them the ones I've got over there, my Japanese ones, I don't think I've ever played them. I've played them, but not very often. So it's like the age-old question. I've got that now. So I've got 2 copies of this because I've got one that's still sealed, and I've got 2 Japanese versions. One slightly better, one's in brilliant condition, the other's in so-so. So if I want the UK one and I want a decent copy, and decent won't be anywhere near as good as this, by the way, because obviously it's 50 odd years old, isn't it? You're going to be paying, or the ones I saw today, that are anywhere near this, were around the £400 mark. Now, would I pay £400 for this? I don't think I would. As much as I would like an original UK copy, I don't think I would pay that much for it. If I see one, you know, for a decent price, say around the £100 mark, then yes, I would be tempted to buy it. But then again, would it have everything in with it? At least I know what to expect, because like I say, I've played these. Like I was saying with the Life of the Lions and the 2 Virgins albums. Not everybody's got hundreds or thousands of pounds to spend on LPs, have they? I mean, I haven't, don't get me wrong. I still have to go to work and things like that. You know, this isn't my living. I wish it was. But £35 for this. I paid £20 for the reissue of Life with the Lions. That's £55, isn't it? And I think I paid £25 for the reissue of 2 Virgins. That's 55, 60. So that's £80 for all 3 of them, right? Which I know is still a lot of money, don't get me wrong. But see, I'm sort of like lucky in one way because I've got an original copy of 2 Virgins and I've got the American original version of Laugh with the Lion. So I sort of know what to get with these. But if you're just getting into John Lennon or John and Yoko or the Beatles or Apple or 60s music, and you think, oh yeah, I'm going to buy that, £450, you might be a bit disappointed. You won't be disappointed with the product itself. Is brilliant. You know, I can't praise this box set, whether it's this one, the British one, the Japanese one, the American one. I think there's one in Canada as well, if I remember rightly. You know, Capital, EMI, Apple at the time spent a hell of a lot of money on this, and it wasn't a great seller. So my advice to you lot out there is, if you think you might want to buy one of these, first of all, have you got the £400 odd to to buy it. If you haven't, buy one of these, right? Then at least you'll know what it sounds like. That is the most important thing. You know what it sounds. See, I bought these more to complete my collection of John Lennon records. Now, not everybody's going to want these. I will stress that. Not everybody's going to want these, and not everybody's cup of tea. Like I say, I can't stress it enough. It's experimental music. There's no proper songs on it as such. But having said that, sometimes they are nice to listen to. It's not something you're going to play regular. So if you can get one of these for, say, under £50, surely it's better to get that. Look at it all, so you know what the content should be. Listen to the LP and then ask yourself, would you pay £400? I mean, you might be looking, you might get one, you know, cheap. I mean, because I live in the UK, I would like original UK version of it. And I know they go for around the £450 mark for something, you know, I'm never going to get a mint one, am I? You know, but something in decent condition that's got everything with it. You're talking around the £450 mark. Might be a little bit more, might be a little bit less. Would I pay that for one? Would I pay it? No. That's my, you know, I'm being honest. I would not pay £450 for this. I'm not saying it's not worth it. Excuse me one sec. My mouth is very dry today. And that has got lemonade in it, by the way. So yeah, so that is the cheapest way. Like I said, I bought all three of these experimental albums, reissues for less than £100, which is less than buying one of them, isn't it? So it's probably the cheapest way if you are thinking of getting these. Do it, and like I say, once you listen to it, it's not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not that, you know, that is not a criticism or anything. It, you know, I'm a die-hard Beatles fan. I'm a Beatles fanatic. I love John and Yoko, but I don't particularly listen to these experimental albums. I will occasionally, you know, on a rainy sunny afternoon like it is today, I might put this on. I don't know. But it's not like you're listening to Imagine or sometime in New York City or Mind Games or things like that. You know, you've got to realise what they are, the experimental. I still think it's a shame in one way that they went to such an elaborate box, you know, amount of time and everything to make that box, but then put in a record with no proper music on it. But that's, you know, that's just my opinion. I still love this. Don't get me wrong, I do love it, but like I say, it's not something I play regular. Yes, if you haven't got it and you can get one of these reissues cheap enough, there is some out there. There's some used ones that go around the £50 mark as well. Yes, I'm still looking out for the original UK box set, but I doubt I'll ever get one because they go for silly money. I might be lucky, you know. You never know. But you know, it is just one of them things. It is for completists, I'd say, more than the casual fan. But you know, if you're only paying around the £50 mark, it is a cheap way to find out what all the fuss was about or wasn't about when it was originally released. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you, Scott. Yes, I do know quite a bit, Scott Martin, but I have been collecting Beatles records for over 40 years, best part of 45 years now, to be honest, and I'm still learning things every day. I don't think, because the Beatles, there was that many records released all over the world, different versions. You know, in the UK, we class the UK original albums as the core of the Beatles catalogue, don't we? Although we do include Magical Mystery Tour now, which was originally an American one. But most American ones, we would class them as compilation albums, wouldn't we, really? But I'm still learning things all the time. You know, it's just one of them things. That is, I would still recommend that to anybody that hasn't got it if you're not paying silly money for it. And like I've said, you know, one day hopefully I will get the original UK copy or an original American pressing if it ain't going to cost me an arm and a leg. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Graduate or not? Invisible Ray. Thank you for all of your comments. So that somebody's just thrown me off because they've put something, and I'm not quite sure what they're on about. But bear with me, folks. As always, I've moved the room around a little bit as well. I've put records back up there because I had my books there, and it didn't look right. Well, I didn't think it did, so I've put my records back up there, and then all my books are down there now. All my reference books and my old Sony deck. Still some records there as well, because I just thought it looked a bit better. Yes, Invisible Ray, I'll send you a link when I get a few minutes. So I mean, there I've had three comments. Yeah, okay, matey. So until the next time, love your records, cherish your records. You will from time to time have to play your records, but above all, you know, from time to time, yeah, I've said that wrong, haven't I? Yeah, I'm getting a bit doolally. As always, love your records, cherish your records. From time to time, you have to clean your records, but above all, play your records. That's what I'm saying. So I hope this has been informative to you. Like I say, I can't highly recommend this enough. And what I've paid for, I'm very, very happy. It is on par with the Japanese versions I've got as well. So until the next time, this is where the Beatle Dave wishing you all peace, love, and happiness. Hope to see you in the very near future. But until then, look after yourselves. Love to you all. From Beatle Dave in Derbyshire. Cheerio for now.